Hi everyone. Oh my gosh, we are going to have so much fun with these colors. I'm using the clay cream from Young Nails, a little bit of Beetles polish, that's the light ones on the pinky and the pointer. And I'm going to start with this metallic color. It's the Young Nails Cream Clay, but that's not the clay that I used on the gnomes in the picture that you saw when you tapped on this video. So I'm going to do the ring finger first. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm actually really new to stamping, and this nail turned out almost as I intended, and I am so shocked. So I'm just having a lot of fun. This is just proof that the more you do something, the better you get at it, because I have had serious frustrations with stamping, and I am now getting better at it the more I do it. So if you like it but aren't very good at it and it frustrates you, just keep on doing it, in small doses so you don't get stressed out, of course, but do it and do it and do it, and you will get better at it like I am getting better at it. And I ended up loving this nail. So, yeah, I think it's the very first stamped nail that I actually like fell in love with. And I tackled it as my first nail because I was quite sure I was going to delete it, and then start out new with something that wasn't stamping. And I ended up keeping it in. So that tells you I am really starting to love stamping. Do you stamp? Let me know down below if you are already a stamper for nails, or if you have never tried it or never even heard of it. See, that one was a fail. It didn't even pick it up. And I've learned that that's when you have to clean off your stamp plate when it won't pick up. So I cleaned it off and then I started out new again. But yeah, wait until we get to the gnomes. Oh my gosh. So I used the Beetles Gel Polish for the two lighter nails in this. And then this is actually a Young Nails polish, like that metallic brown. And that is called Cream Clay, which is a new type of polish from Young Nails. I'm not affiliated with them, so I'm not really plugging them, but I do love that company. So it's a little high end. It's all I ever used in the salon. And so, yeah, for years and years, I've been highly addicted to this Young Nails product, and this is their newest product line. So if you haven't tried clay cream, go to Young Nails and get you some, and yeah, you will love it. And then they also have clay cream glitters, and that's what I used on the middle nail, and that is all I needed was that glitter, and you'll see me apply that. But yeah, so I'm all done stamping, and now I'm going to put a line just to divide the stamping and the brown metallic color of the polish. Isn't that the most beautiful brown metallic? I don't always go for the neutral nails. Like I'm kind of a pink and red girl myself, but yeah, when I see these browns pulled together the way they are, and they're so smooth and just beautiful. Yeah, I end up loving them too and wondering why I don't use brown more often. I'm telling you, if I could use the rainbow of colors every single day, I think I would. Anyways, so now I'm putting dots. I'm just kind of defining those snowflakes by adding dots to the edges of each snowflake and kind of just dotting around. And, it definitely makes those snowflakes pop a little bit. It gives a good finish to it, makes it look a little less stamped, I guess, a little less spider webby, because that's kind of what it was looking like with all those snowflakes all together and just a bunch of lines. So I just added dots around, and it really did bring those snowflakes out. And now I'm just adding dots to the line as well. And yeah, it ended up being super cute just like that. But Now I'm going to show you something that I did on the, oh, is this the pointer finger? Yes, this is the pointer finger, and this is starting out the first gnome. Okay, so I'm going to make his little body, and this is just with the golden gel paint. I just make like a little U. And that is, I believe that's a McCart gel paint. I'll try to remember to put that down in the description. I usually forget to add McCart's description, but I get it I bought like the whole set on Amazon. Amazon has great prices for all of these gels. So, yeah, so I'm making the pinky nail a gnome and also the pointer finger. And, oh no, this is Model One's gel art. Um, what is it? Nail art gel paint. That's what they're called. So many words. Oh my gosh. So now I'm using the black gel paint for the little hands and the little feet, the little shoes, which are so cute. And I'm just using it in the solid black, and it will pop in this way. I love when it pops, right, up against that gold metallic. And that's just the body, but that body gets covered up almost completely with this gnome's beard, which is going to be the fun part. Oh my gosh. So this is the first time I've ever played with clay on film. I believe. I don't think I have any other clay videos. And so now I'm going to use that cream clay, which is not the same as the clay that we use for the beard and the nose. This is not 3D. This is just like, gel art or, color art. But this is the metallic one, and it is super shiny and glittery. It's actually called cream clay glitter. And so it's not just glitter though. It's everything that you need in color and glitter all mixed together. And it just has the most beautiful consistency. It's so creamy. It's so easy to work. Look at how big that brush is that I'm using. And I'm able to get sharp points and corners in this little hat or beanie. What is it that they wear? Do they wear hats or do they wear beanies, these gnomes? I'm not sure. But anyways, now I'm going to go in with the other gnome because we did two gnomes in the set, right? One was the pinky and one was the pointer finger. This one is the same brand of Young Nails cream clay, but this one is the metallic. So it's not the glitter. It doesn't have any glitter in it. Just, the metallic that we were working on in 2 nails ago. Yeah. So yeah, fun colors, great consistency. I bought the whole set. It actually came in one of their Black Friday mystery boxes, which was an awesome deal. And yeah, each color comes with a glitter to match. So that was like the brown metallic and then the glitter to match, right? So now I'm going to pull out the clay, and this is, oh my gosh, the funnest part. I just pulled out like a little teeny bit of the white clay, and I rolled it out in kind of like a little very, very tiny snake. And now I'm just snipping off or, cutting off the edge. And I'm making sure that each edge has kind of like a point to the end before I snip off a little teeny piece. And then I'm just adding it to the nail. Now, the beauty of this nail clay is, and this is not a Young Nails product. This is actually, I can't remember what it's called, but I will link it down below. I got it on Amazon as a set. I think I got 12 different colors in that set. And yeah, so lots and lots of fun will be had with this clay. But this clay is specifically for nail art. So it creates that 3D effect that I have been doing for, 20 years, building with acrylic, but, with with the acrylic kind of fading out or phasing out, which is thank goodness for all of our lungs, right? Because it's odor free when you use clay for nails instead of having to deal with all of the acrylic and the monomer and everything. You don't have to deal with any of those fumes or anything. And so I'm just putting all these little teeny bits of, yeah, of white clay strings on, and now here comes the nose. And how simple was this? I just roll it up in like a little teeny ball. Yeah, that was the pink color. And now I'm just going to put the nose on, and then I'm going to shape it around his little beard. How simple was that? Okay, so now you might be wondering, how on earth does this clay even attach to a nail? Well, the key to it is that you have to kind of moisten the edges of it or the underneath of it. Once it's set exactly where you want it to go, you place it, and then you take some rubbing alcohol. I just put it like in that little dappen dish, and just this is a 70%. You can get this anywhere. And I just kind of go around the edges, and I do the definition, I kind of like add little definitions. You can definitely work it a little teeny bit with this rubbing alcohol, and that is what adheres it to the nail when it's cured. So yeah, you can't miss this step, or your pieces might fall off of your nail. But yeah, you don't need like nail glue, or you don't need to do like the rhinestone gel glue or anything like that. You just need to moisten it a little bit once it's where it's going to stay. And yeah, just moisten it a little bit, kind of get underneath the edges, and then cure it. And it is there and there for good. Okay, so now I'm using the black liner, and I'm just going to go around the body. I'm going to go around the little beanie hat. And that's just defining his little body and his little beanie, and that's all. And do that on both of your nails, both of your gnome nails, if you're replicating the set. And yeah, super duper easy. Just the easiest like definition line. So I hope you're having fun so far watching this. This is literally the very first time I've ever used clay on film. So I was a little nervous, but at the same time anxious to do it. And yeah, okay, so with this hat, and so obviously I got through, and I loved the outcome. So I hope that you do too. And so with this little beanie hat, I decided to add, a little bit of design. So I put some dots, and then I put some little black lines in between the dots, kind of just scattered throughout the little beanie. And that just added a little something extra, so it didn't look, just plain metallic. And you know me, it's hard for me to stop designing on a nail. I literally have to tell myself to stop. Yeah, or I will just keep on going and keep on going. So do you do the same thing? I'm not sure. Anyway, so let me know down below. And then I put like a little kind of like a scrunchie, or, a puffy on top of each of those gnomes, hats. Okay, so now I go in. Okay, so you would think this nail would be done, and it looked great just the way it was, but I decided I wanted to add some of the gold to this nail just to make it very consistent with the entire set, so it looked like it was part of the set. But when I put that on, I was like, that's not enough. So then I was like, okay, well, the dots define it, because it kind of like it almost gets lost in the brown metallic because it's a gold metallic. Anyway, so I put on these dots to define it even more, and then I cured it, and I really was not happy with that. So after I cured it, I brought it back out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to cover up the gold with white, and I'm going to relax and not overdo this snowflake or the thought of having to pull all the colors together because it does look cute. And, gnomes are, kind of Christmassy anyway. So, or at least the ones that are wearing, the Christmas beanies, right? So, yeah, I figured that was good enough because I just didn't like how muted that gold looked. So I added the snowflake by kind of doing reverse. I did the dots first and then I pulled the lines in towards the dot or towards the center. And then I covered up the little middle teeny dots on the inside. I wasn't even sure if anybody could see that while I was filming, but there were little teeny dots on the inside, and those dots kind of bled in. I should have cured in between the outer dots before I went in for the inner dots, but I didn't. And so I just took that rubbing alcohol and I kind of just pulled the two dots apart. I made a separation and that worked out just fine. So yeah, I make mistakes too, and I wanted you to see that I do. Okay, so this, and you can always fix your mistakes even after it's been cured, right? So don't hesitate. If you don't have like a full thought of what you want to do, just let your creativity flow. And if you decide to redesign it after the fact, you can do that. It's just nails, right? So don't worry about it at all. Just, have fun with it because that's really what this is all about. So this is the thumbnail, and I decided to gem up the thumbnail. I often reserve the thumbs for or the rhinestones or gems for the thumb. And I love these stones. They are the kind of the rainbow iridescent AB stones. And I got this off of Amazon also. I think this one came in a kit. And I think it even came with one of these little pencils. I'm not sure if it's the exact pencil, but it's a white pencil that just works so perfectly picking up these stones, right? And that was beautiful in itself. Love the rainbow colors, but then I decided to add these caviar beads. And so I just grab like an empty little cap and I dump a couple, just a teeny amount of these rhinestone beads. These caviar beads into the cap. And now I'm picking up the ones that spilled on the table. And I do one in between each stone on both sides of the stone. And then I end up doing these caviar beads all the way around all of these stones. I'm not going to show you that. I'll just bleep forward, but yeah, I go all the way around, and that is what it turned out to look like. So pretty. Then I cured it, and I'm using this rhinestone glue also to, of course, keep the continuity, right? I'm going to add one little stone that matches that thumb design, and that ties both of the gnomes. I do it on both of their little tassels on their hats, and that ties that into the whole set, right? See how I just keep adding like basically the same colors? To me, that's what makes a set. It doesn't have to you. You can do your own sets just the way you want, but yeah, that's how I did it. And of course, I added a stone or actually added 6 stones to this one. And this is what finished it for me, I think. I was like, I really was not happy with the fact that it just had the white and the brown. This is just kind of the way things drive me crazy. I personally need everything to match. Like each nail has to have a little bit of something that one of the other nails had. So yeah, that's why I do that. And how cute did that turn out? I love it. Okay, so now this one is the middle nail, and we literally only did the glitter polish on this. And then we used the Beetles Top Coat, which smoothed it out. This is a no residue top coat. So when it comes out of the lamp after 2 minutes, there's no need to swipe or anything. It's just nice and solid, super clear. and I put this shiny top coat on all 5 of these nails. Um, yeah, and you don't want to go on top of the rhinestone because that will kind of take away from the shiny of the rhinestone. But yeah, top coat on even on top of that clay. Did you see that I did that? So yeah, you can top coat um, on top of clay. You can use the matte top coat on top of the clay. If you find that you need to top coat something that's like in the center of rhinestones, do what I'm doing, put a little blob and then just use a little liner brush and pull it around. Yeah, and that way you get it in the center too. And yeah, just top coating all of them nice and shiny. And I'm pretty sure that this is the end. I'm going to show you the reveal, how they turned out. These were like little teeny spots that I couldn't really get with the brush. So I just put kind of like a blob on the tippity top, and then I used my defining brush to define it. So yeah, then I cured them all for 2 minutes, and this is how it turned out. Aren't you just in love with these? I love them so much. I am definitely going to be using clay more often. We're going to find all sorts of fun things to do and make with them on nails. So definitely hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell button so that you can get notified when I put out my next videos. And I sure hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I showed you how I did it. And yeah, come back for the next one, and I will see you then. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye-bye.